Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I was asked by my friend and fellow YouTuber Jane Jackson. I will leave the link to her channel down below. Please do go and check it out. Subscribe to her, tell her I sent you. She asked me if I would film a video using my favourite makeup items. Now this, Jane, was very difficult. So I've narrowed some of it down. The lips and certain products was just so difficult. So let's start with primer, if I can find it. The primer that I chose, that I have used before, because some of the ones that I've got are kind of newish, but I've used this a couple of times. So this is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. So this gives you a really dewy base. It says more than just a primer, it's the secret behind the iconic Becca glow and acts as an instant filter. So we're going to apply that. And again, as I say, because my ring light decided to stop working, you'll have to bear with me. I've got 3 lights on and it actually almost makes it overexposed. But so I'm just taking that lovely primer all over the face. So yeah, this is one of my favourite primers. The other one that in my collection that I've got that I really love is the Fenty Soft Focus one. And ones that I don't have that I think are really good are the Ordinary one. Is it High Potency Grip or something? That was really good. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's the primer. So I don't normally use a primer for my eyes as such, but I am going to go in with my eyes first because you get fold out. Now again, this was really difficult to pick a favourite palette because there's so many I love. I love the Too Faced, the Gingerbread palette, of course I'm Gingerbread girl, and the Gingerbread Extra Spice. I love my NARS. There's just so many, but this is one of my all-time favourites. This is the So Jaded and Kathleen Lights collab with the Colourpop. So I picked this. I just love this so much. It is absolutely stunning and it just has the most amazing array of colours. So I'm going to dive on into this. It doesn't have a mirror on it, so I've got a little mirror here and my brushes and such likes beside me, and let's pop some on. So the reason I love this is I just love the mix of tones, the way they perform. It's just an absolutely beautiful palette. I have used it many a time. I've also, if you can see the wee black dots in them, I've used it in a couple of palette bingos. It's just stunning. So I'm going to go in with the shade My Precious, which is just like a bone shade colour. And we're going to apply that all over the lid. Sorry if you can hear all the traffic. I'm feeling a bit stressed out today. Just too much going on. See, when you go from being in lockdown and there being nothing that you have to really deal with, or to now all of a sudden it's all happening, it's a bit overwhelming. But hey ho, a bit of stress didn't harm anyone, did it? Okay, so that's just a nice bone shade colour. Oh, I don't know what we want to go for. I think I'm going to go into Geodude, which is this sort of colour down here. I'm trying to use ones that I haven't used before. I've started up another, like my Instagram page is makeup_up. No, I'll put them down below, but my, I always get wrong. My Instagram is makeuplover1983. and I have one for my body shop at home, which I don't really do much with if I'm honest, but I've decided because I want one to just be for makeup sort of looks or makeup related. So it's Julie's makeup number 3. So I will leave the details below, and it'd be great if you went and followed me on those. And hopefully my skills will get better. Let's see. So that's a very subtle colour. You're not really seeing much. Let me just put that brush down for a minute. Okay, get another brush. So the next colour that I feel I want to go into is I think I'm going to go into Jade, which is this matte green here, which looks kind of scary, but have no fear, as they say. If you don't know me by now, I am obsessed with green. I love the colour green. It's one of my favourite colours, as you can tell, wearing khaki green. Obviously I'm pre-recording, so how's your Tuesday going? Mine's is okay, a little bit stressed, as I said, got things happening in the next few days, which is come round so quickly that I'm just like, oh, but I'm sure once I get acquainted with it, it will be just fine. But right now, it's very daunting. I haven't been a student in a long time, you know. Plus, it doesn't help when the other people that you're in class with are like 17 to flipping mid-20s. That's lovely. Right, what are we going with next, Jules? I think I will take a little bit of a brownish shade. So I'm going to go into Jasper, which is this matte here. And I think I might just use the same brush, but like on the tip of it. I honestly highly recommend the So Jade palette. If you don't have it, you should totally go into Colourpop's website and grab it, because it is so beautiful. It's definitely my most used Colourpop one out of all the Colourpop shadows that I've got, even the super short shadows. I don't use them too often at all. But they're handy to have, just even to put as a topper. Or if you're in a rush and just need a quick makeup, you just slap it on. So they're handy for that. Just a wee bit of brown there. Lovely. Now for a lid colour. Oh, I'm so tempted to go into one that I've used before, but let me have a look. I think I'm going to go into Emerald, which is this green here. I'm going to, first of all, use a little flat brush to put some of it on, and then we'll see how it goes with that. Oh my god, that's such a stunning colour. It really is stunning. I love Jane. She is such a beautiful human, and she is a stunning lady. She is a makeup artist, so her skills are like super compared to mine. I've never done makeup on anybody, well, not so far yet anyway. So, and I'm a very self-doubting person. So between that and having an anxiety disorder, I mean, it's just all learning. So I'm using this brush dry, and I am just adding the green, and it is just gorgeous. Now I'm going to use my finger, and I'm just going to press it on, just to see if it brings out the glitteriness, just that little bit more. Okay, we'll do the other eye, and then we can add some blending. The good thing with mine is I have that natural crease line there, so I can kind of follow it. Just I try not to get it right in that inner corner because my eyes are literally, they get so dark. Right, now we're going with the finger. And we'll just, it's just so pretty. I love this so much. Right, a little bit of blending, so I need a blending brush. Is that a blending brush? Yep. So I just want to blend it a wee bit because I don't want to take away from the pigment of it. Lovely. Now I'm going to just go back in with Jasper, which was like the sort of brownie shade that we took there at the corner. Someone's cutting grass or whatever, that's great, thanks very much. Ah! Look what I've done. That's because, just as well I've not done my base, I had glitter on the finger. Okay, I'm loving that now. I'm going to leave the eyes there at the moment. I really need a wipe or something. I don't ever use wipes. I don't even have a tissue or something here. I'm just... Okay, so now we are going to take my favourite colour corrector. I get really dark circles here. Obviously I've got something, and I get redness around my lips because I have eczema, can't speak, eczema there. And I get a little bit of red shade around the nose. Now the only two colour correctors that I have is this Urban Decay Naked Skin Colour Correcting Fluid in the shade Peach, and I've got Charlotte's Tilbury one. I like them both, but this one I've used before and bought before, so it only seems right to use this one. So I take it right into where my glasses sit on my nose, mix that in with the greeny fall down. Gonna need another one of these. The other colour corrector that I used before, which was fantastic, but I actually, even for saying it's fantastic, haven't bought another one. I just got this one, was a Bobbi Brown one, and it was really, really good. So I'm just going to use my sponge, and we're just going to, I never wet my sponge. I don't know why, I just don't, but then I go in with my hand just to get that. It's still going to be a bit stained because of the green, but I'm going to be wearing my glasses, so it isn't too bad. And I like to do this before I put on my foundation. Or just pat it in just there. and you can still see I've got darkness, but it's not as bad. Okay, so foundation wise, my favourite foundation, and yes it's bougie and yes it's expensive, but it is brilliant. And when I look at all my foundations that I have, this is the one that I repurchased when I have the money to do so, and it's fantastic. And it is the Chanel Healthy Glow Laneige, Les Beige, sorry. So this is obviously the liquid one. This is the Le Beige Healthy Glow Foundation with SPF 25, and I am in the shade number 20. Now, a few years ago I had a lumbar puncture, and when I was due to have that, I was obviously extremely nervous. I have an anxiety disorder anyway, so it was heightened. And my dad kindly gave me some money and said, go to Debenhams, buy yourself something nice. And I bought this. Not this one, this is like my second, maybe even third bottle. And I put a bit of money towards it, and it was just brilliant. It smells lovely. I love the scent that the Chanel stuff has. And it's not overpowering, but I really like it. So I got this, and then further down the line they brought out the cushion version, and I would have just gone to the counter and said, oh, I'm number 20. Top tip, get colour matched, because I'm actually number 30 in this one. So they're exactly the same formulation. They are a very sheer coverage foundation, so if you like full coverage you're not going to like it. And it's just lovely. It's just, this is the cushion. It's just so light and sheer, and I just like it. I like the way it looks on my skin. I like the way it feels on my skin. It just feels lovely. But I'm going to use the liquid one today. So I'm just going to put it onto my sponge, and we're going to apply it. But as I say, if you like full coverage, it's definitely not for you, because it isn't a full coverage foundation at all. Maybe I shouldn't weight this sponge actually. Do I have a spoon? I'm going to just weight my sponge just a wee bit. I don't normally, but I feel like it's maybe dragging a wee bit. So yeah, if you're the type of person that likes foundation but just doesn't like loads of coverage, you just want a bit of something and you can afford it, then this is a good investment. As you can see, if you can see, I'll show you in a minute up close. You can still see my skin, you can still see a bit of redness through it. So if that's something that you want completely covered, again, it's possibly not for you. I can still see my freckles, which I like, and it just gives me that little hint of something, because I mean, if you're going to put bronzer and stuff on me anyway, I mean, I'm 36 now. I don't need that whole double wear look that I went for when I was a student. So I'm trying to get into the light for you to see. So you can still see my skin, and it's just a light coverage. I'm getting so pissed off with this lighting situation. But anyway, that's my favourite foundation that I own. Okay, for concealer, the one that I've been loving is the Benefit Boeing Airbrush Concealer. This is just a little sample size, and this is in the shade number 2. It is really good. Because I get that redness in my lips, it really does affect me. Like, I feel self-conscious about it, and I just feel that this really works for that. It's quite a thickish formula, but I find on me anyway, it doesn't like crease or sit in the lines or crepe or anything. So I've been really enjoying that. The other one that I really quite like, which is a cheaper option, is the Revolution Conceal and Define. Not the hydrating one, believe it or not, but the original one. but I haven't opened that yet, and I didn't want to open it just for the purpose of this video. Now, I find products always cling to just under my lips and at the top there, purely because of the eczema. Okay, now I just take my little sponge and we'll just make sure that that's... Now, because I have dry dehydrated skin, I don't use powder a lot, but one of the powders that I do love is I love this e.l.f. This is just an under eye powder, and this Bobbi Brown, this is a nude finish illuminating powder in nude. Okay, so I'm going to take some of the e.l.f. powder under my eyes. Oh, flipping heck, that's a lot that came out there. This is going to be a long video. And I just put that under my eyes and over the little bit to set it. Oh, excuse me. Okie dokes. Let's put that stuff's just going to go everywhere. Pretty much. Now, I'm not actually going to use this, but this is just one of my favourites. Okay, so next up, where are my eyeliners? Where are they? Eyeliners. Favourite eyeliners. So we've got this one. This is Cyo Eyeliner. Unfortunately, they no longer are in business. This is like a teal green colour, which is one of my absolute faves. Now, considering I've got a green eye look on today, I normally wouldn't put this on. I would probably put this on with like a bronzed eye or a more neutral eye, just to get the pop of colour. But look at that. It is absolutely stunning. And if I get up close there, you can see that you're still seeing my skin nicely with the foundation. I'm sorry this is so long, but I haven't got a clue how to edit. So, if you've stuck with me to the end, I appreciate it. So that's one of my favourite coloured eyeliners. Black liner, my favourite is the Jade de la Palma. It's brilliant. Then for mascara, one of my favourites is this Benefit Roller Lash in the shade Brown. Again, I have favourite mascaras, but I didn't want to go and open ones that aren't already open. Look at that. I love it. Oh god, we're at 23. Okay. I've got a wee bit too much there, clumped, and it's annoying me. Still a million division. Right, next up, I love cream bronzers, so I picked out my Fenty cream bronze, and this is in the shade Butter Biscuit number 2, and we're going to put this on our face. I prefer cream because I just think, one, it makes you look dewy, and two, it's just not as heavy on the face, and you can kinda control better how much you're applying to the face. Oops. She says. I just love it. There's something going on with the mascara that is in my line of vision. I think that's it. Okay. Now for blush. Where's my blush? I have picked this. I have many as a favourite, but this is my favourite cream blush. This is Petal Popping by Rihanna's brand Fenty. And again, you do not need much. But it just gives you that really lovely, healthy flush of colour. I love it so much. It's just so dewy and delicious. Then for highlight, this was a difficult one. But for powder highlights, it's my Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight, which you can see is well loved. And then for cream, it is Creamy Colour Base by MAC, and it's Hush. So I'm going to first of all put some of the Kevyn Aucoin one on, if I can find the brush. This is a very, very subtle highlighter. Really subtle. So I'll pop some of that on first, just to show you. It's very expensive. I got it in Space NK and I've never bought it since. And then I'm going to put Cream Colour Base Hush just on some parts of the face so that you can see how that performs. Again, this is quite subtle as well, but I just love it. Beautiful. Promise we're getting to the end. Promise. Okay, I'm just looking. I think for eyebrows, it's got to be Browsings #1. Well and truly loved. And my eyebrows are actually needing done. I haven't bothered to go and get them done. Even with lockdown lifted, I've just kind of plucked them myself, and a lot of the times I don't put any product through them because they don't actually need it, they can get away with it. So it's great. Okay dokes, so that's the brows done. The other blush that I love is this Milk Cosmetics one. It's called Cali Dream, and it's a peach blush, and it's so gorgeous. Now, another palette that I took to show you for powders is this Ambient Lighting palette by Hourglass, and as you can see, it's very loved. This is like a highlighting one, and then the two powders. For lips, this was difficult. For lipsticks, I have these 4 here. We have Viva Glam 2 by MAC, which is this lovely brown. I have got Shanghai Spice, which is like a kind of corally colour by MAC. I love. I have Syrup, which is more of a mauve toned one by MAC. And then I have Bitch Perfect by Charlotte Tilbury. They are my 4 ultimate lipsticks. And then my favourite glosses are the Fenty ones. So I have got Fusey and Sweet Mouth, and I've got the Universal one. So I don't know, for today I think I might go for some Shanghai Spice. I haven't worn it in a while. I don't really do lip liners that often. I've got one or two, but I don't have a favourite, so. But that Shanghai Spice is gorgeous, isn't it? And for glosses over it, for the purpose of the video, I'll just put a tiny wee bit in the middle there. And then favourite setting spray apart from Untitled Chapter is the iconic London Prep Setting Glow original one, because it gives you the most gorgeous illumination. And that is my face done using my most favourite products. Just needing a little bit more blendage, but this video is too long as it is, delete. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click the bell button to be notified. I will leave a link in the iCard to my 2k subscriber giveaway. Go and check that out. I will leave just Jane's info down below. Thanks for asking me to do this video, Jane. It was difficult to pick items. Please go and check her out, subscribe to her channel, tell her I sent you. And yeah, if you got to the end, put a thumbs up emoji in the comments. Bye.